Let's continue playing Advance Wars 2 Black Hole Rising. And we're going to do Sensei's mission. The peace treaty? Did Black Hole really suggest that we form a lasting peace with them? So it would seem, daughter. Our consecutive victories have taken their toll on their army. They're proposing a peace treaty that's favourable to us, Yellow Comet. How do you intend to respond, Camby? Father, it's a trap. It must be. You must ignore it. I admit the possibility that this might all be a trap. However, I intend to meet with them and hear their proposal. Father, you mustn't. I will not raise my sword against one who has thrown his down. That is not the way of a samurai. This is the location we agreed on. There's no one here. It must be a trap. No, wait. There's someone. There. We came as promised, Ada. I would hear your plan for peace. 3. What? 2. The 1. That isn't Adder. It's a dummy. No. Everyone retreat. 0. And kaboom. Right on schedule. The road has been cleared of all obstacles. A leisurely march to the enemy HQ would be in order. I hate to tell you this, Sonny, but that's not gonna happen. So you survived. It matters not, you are too late. Our preparations are complete. This pipe is the route by which materials are transported to our factory. It's also impenetrable, indestructible wall. Why don't you twiddle your thumbs or something while I go capture your headquarters? There's no scheme to base for these scoundrels. Base? It's not base, it's brilliant. Now out of my way, you senile old fool. I've no time to spare for you. You may watch, though, while I claim my prize. Foul play! Sensei's mission 22. And as we can see, Sensei, listen. As Ada said, the pipe is indestructible. However, if we can concentrate our fire on the seam, we'll be able to open a hole in it that'll allow you to pass through. Well then, let's give it a shot. What are you attempting to prove? There's no way you can turn the tables. It's too late. This takes me back. Compared to the battles of old, this is nothing but a skirmish. Shall we get started then? Listen to me. Our goal is to destroy the free mini-cannons. If we take care of them, the foe will lose heart. Move out. So, yeah, we are massively outnumbered. In fact, we are ridiculously massively outnumbered. They have a single base by the look of it, but no actual resources to speak of. Oh no, they got 3. We have quite a lot of things around here. One airport down there, which might be helpful. Airport inside there. So, I think the plan is bust that open, which will be next turn. Then go for infantry rush and try and secure that entranceway. Meanwhile, down here we have some very interesting things. And to start with, we're going to capture there. You are going to go long. We need to catch their airport on the other side just to ensure they don't get it. And finally, you need to go there. I might have actually done something silly, but it couldn't get into range anyway. Right, so bomber. Battlecopter now. I know he's got an anti-air, but that's miles off. So we can definitely make use of that. We also probably want to build an APC or 2 if we're going to have prolonged fights out here. But we got fully fueled up bombers for the moment. And 1 transport copter to get to there. Even though I don't think they actually need this one. Still. Anything else I can actually do up here? They actually don't have any infantry up there looking at that. And the only thing we have to do is knock out these 3 mini cannons. So if we can hold that force off, then counterattack, we should be in business. In fact, if I can get my bombers to run up there, they can probably take these out in 1 or 2 rounds. So things we've got to deal with then. This missile, this anti-air. The rest we can probably live without worrying about. So let's end the turn and see what happens. Addo does, of course, have the movement boost ability coming up at some stage. And a lot more forces. comes the might of the anti-air, but we should now be able to take that out with bombers. Then it's just a case of busting pipes and getting through there to go and support the up top, and if we can do that, we can definitely hold this off. Depends what they want to do up there, actually, in a lot of ways. Right. So your attack range is not really relevant for us at the moment. As you can see, there are sort of places we can hold them off here and here. So it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world for me to go and secure that. Anyway, that happens there. You run off. You run off. Because if we can get some bomber support, that'd be really helpful. In the meantime, I need you to hold that side of the fort, and you to hold this side of the fort. So we have put the thing in range, but that's fine. I've got a second tank for counterattacks, and I'm going to save the money at the moment because what we want to do now is get you down there. So that's that secured. We also do have the ability to build out of here. Let's go and start bombing. So that'd be 85. Just working things out here, because we do have various people who do give bonuses to us, so 95 on the pipe if we were to go for that attack. And a complete wipeout of you. Okay, that's helpful. Right, so I'm going to go for the complete wipeout here. Don't know why I did that particular bit of movement, but still. Infantry wipes out. Can be super battlecopters holding the day there. Next up, I have 2 potential bombers here. What's your next anti-air unit? Miles off. Okay, we can definitely afford to do this then. Counterattack it down to 9, but we can definitely live with that. A 9 strong bomber is still king on this board. Wipe you out. In fact, if we can wipe out a lot of the units up there, it might be worth actually going and grabbing those missiles. Because they have nothing to build up. They have nothing to build with up there. They do have bases and things, but all their infantry's down here, so they're not going to get them. You're going to go and capture that one, because I want to try and break open both pipes. A, because I can, and B, because I might as well. I'm looking for fuel. Fuel seems okay. I don't have to worry too much about that. I'm just trying to keep eyes on things. And working out whether I should build an APC or not. I'm going to move some units over this side, and we're basically planning counterattacks at this point. They can't get to any of our units, so I might as well just hold off. And from here, I'm actually considering just holding and waiting. I could build another infantry and grab that, but I've got the other one to deal with that anyway. And I'd rather save my funds right now, because we want to be building out of there as much as we can. In fact, we can actually send our bombers on an interesting route up to here, but we would then need APCs. So I'm going to have an APC. Its only job is going to be to resupply the bombers and just make sure they're okay, but let's just see how things go. You see, that's a lot of stuff coming down towards us. I'm going to need some artillery up there to defend it, but it's just working out at this stage what's the best plan. Okay, so I go back up to 8 and I'll be able to attack it down to 6, so I'm going to win that little exchange eventually. He's got mid-tanks, which will probably be able to strike next turn. See, if I had an artillery or a missile unit built there next turn, which I could build 2 missiles and try and do the defense that way, but I've got a feeling that's going to be a really tough position to defend in future. See, this isn't so bad actually. This is just, yeah, go sit on the healing thing with a mid tank and see what happens. That should work out very much in our favour. Next up, we're going to start capturing there. Now, what I'm considering now is that were I to sit there, I'll be able to start busting out open these pipes as well with my... Yeah, that would save me some time if I did this. So that's a move I approve of. You are going to run over there and do some damage to you. You're going to sit there and do some damage. They're going to get through that, unfortunately, but that's fine. I can work with that. And do I go mid-tank at this stage? Mid-tank or rockets? Oh, well, you get to there. So I can bust through both of these this turn. Stage 1 down, stage 2 down. Capture the airport. Start capturing there. Okay. So priorities then, in order, have to be you. Bomber goes down to 9, but we're okay with that. That's why we have 9 strong bombers. Next, you can try and do some damage to the mid-tank. Only 2 other attacking units. I think the priority list goes kill you, kill the other mid-tank that we've wounded already, just to eliminate it as a problem. Next up, on the attack here. Blast that open. Now I could have gone for the mid-tank, but the mid-tank can't actually hurt anything that can hurt back, so that should be okay. Going to position you deliberately there because I can move the infantry in and possibly make a grab for some of these things. Be a bit optimistic in fairness. You're going to run yourself back to there. You're going to run yourself to there because that's just for positional play. You can get up to there. And now, how do we defend? Oops. Apologies for that. Actually, just remove that entirely. Right. So. See how things are going to go. The mid-tank is going to be blocked there in time, so I think that's actually okay. What I should do is probably build another support tank down here, just to make sure of things. Because an artillery on this side will hold it. I'm sure it will. And I can build an artillery on the other side late next turn and try and help assist there. I can start grabbing that, so that will take that. Alright, let's see what he's done. He's on a superpower. No combat increase, but he's got 2 spaces more movement, which may or may not mess things up. Good news is I am quite close to breaking through that. In fact, I'm going to be there next turn with 3 bombers, which will turn the balance. It definitely will. He's got very little anti-air support up there defending his own territory. He's got 1 missile. That, though, I see as a downside. We've now got a lot of tanks now in range. And I haven't really blocked that off. Okay, that's fine. We don't mind that too much. Good news is if I kind of move off of the buildings, I can replace them with 9 strong mech units. Not the best of uses, but at least I would have additional defensive units up there as blockers. Yeah, we'll lose that tank. No, I didn't lose the tank. I need to replace it, but I didn't lose it. Yeah, looking a little overrun. But since this ability is a combat boost, at the very least for the mech units, infantry units, and aircraft, so it's not the end of the world. Alright, 1 capture. 2 capture. Right, here we go then. So first thing, we need to have you blow up that. Secondly, that goes to a 95. I could actually... Pipe busted. Okay, now we got some fun turns. So in comes that. Okay, 4-7. That's fine. It's weakened. It's going to hold there. In theory. I have no idea how I'm going to hold this off, though. That is more a desperation move than anything else, because I'm really not going to manage anything there. I'm going to type here. We're going to double mech. I'm going to position over here. I imagine I'm going to get counterattacked and destroyed here, but I now have that ability charged, and I have an ability to move off slightly. So let's hold you there. Mid-tank's already made its move, so I can't do anything with that. You can get to there. You might as well capture there. I'm just working out what else I can do before I actually make too many bold decisions on things. See, there's quite a lot. They don't have a lot of units here anymore, so I might even just abandon this entire battlefield. And next turn, I've got 3 bombers spilling out into this place, so I think it may look reasonably bad, but I've got things in hand, and I can save my ability for next turn. Okay, helicopter goes down 9, but we're okay with that. Did I have a bomber down here? I do. Whoops, should have done with this first. Doesn't matter, it's still wiped out. Alright, so I've got nothing really to worry about down there. Yeah, I'm going to save the points. I'm going to use my superpower next turn when I'm a bit more prepared for it, and just so I've got some extra things readied up. The bomber... Now I do have to be careful where you can affect. Bomber up to there. Yeah, with the amount of money and resources, this is a battle that will turn itself around easily. But for now, just do the damage we can. And the recon's doing no damage to us. Okay. Again, as mentioned, this is kind of only here to resupply as needed, and really that was a silly play anyway. But we've done it now. And I'm going to save my money for things... No, actually, screw it. I'm only thinking now the blocking piece there, but still. Ooh! Oh, I hadn't even gotten onto that. I got cities up here. Ooh! Ooh, okay. Fun. I had not even thought of that. Okay, awesome. So, these guys are going to have some fun. 9 strong mech units randomly appear on that corner of the map and destroy things. I mean, actually, with our power boost, that's actually going to work reasonably well here. You don't have healing. 6 to 6. I'll take 6 to 6. You might as well start capturing. And if they don't make any urgent moves, I'm going to have a thing there next turn as well. Right, where else did I get some mech units? Not much I can really do with you, so I'm just going to hold you there, load up, and see what I think about later. Okay, well we're defending like mad there then. And finally I've got you, who can make a 9 strong attack against one of these two. I think the best thing to do is the tank, because that will probably stay there. 7-5. We'll definitely lose that mech unit, but hey, that was a sudden counter-attack surge. If I'd have gone infantry there, that actually wouldn't have made a difference. I'd have needed the mech units, but still. That was a good turnaround. Right, see... Yeah, he's got an artillery, so I imagine you're in a bit of trouble there. You survive the artillery shot, though, which means he's got to waste another attack on that. Rocket does hurt here, and Rocket will probably kill here. So I'm extremely lucky. I am extremely lucky. Yeah, he's got things to defend there, but he's not got a lot to deal with bombers. Okay, lose the mech unit we just made. And in comes a wounded tank unit, which is going to get a bit battered from there. That's a mid-tank coming through, but it's got a bit of a fun turn coming up over here, I think. Yeah, I got through with the bombers at just the right time to turn this around. Near-tank is going to have some fun, but enjoy it while it lasts. The important thing is I did secure the artillery into the headquarters, so he can't quite deal with that immediately. We don't want him to take that, but I'm not sure what he can do necessarily about this. Okay, rocket moves down. Okay, day 5. Okay. Let's wipe these 2 units out because, honestly, they're bothering me. And we don't want them there. They're bothering us. That now opens up the ability to go and do things there. Grab some additional territories and have yet more fun. Right, that wipes you out. That means you're healed up to 10 next turn. I know I could have gone for the missile. I probably should have done. But it's fine, we started, we shall continue. And you'll go for capture there. Now this one might end up backfiring on us, it might also drag the rocket over just to deal with it. We'll see how that goes. Meanwhile, load you up. Attack the missile, because it's the one thing we're kind of concerned about. And that's done. Yeah, its range is fine. You kill the reconnaissance. That mech unit can't get to the missile in time, so we don't have to worry about it. Unless Ada uses a power, actually. Darn it. Ada's got a power available. So we might be able to use that rocket, which would be a pain. Unless I've got a way to block it, which I don't. Alright, capture that because it makes sense to. Capture that because it makes sense to. Capture the airport, so we've now got massive load of support coming in now. So, start off with Alpha Strike, Neo Tank. Second up, because it's the simple move, we go from the base and artillery your tank. Kill the Neo Tank because it's basically a mid-tank, and if we can kill a mid-tank with no reply, we kill a mid-tank. Next up, wipe out this tank. Okay, so we've got our power back again. That might actually be important. trying to think how I could possibly use that, but I think we'll wait and go for mechs again. Yeah, I'm going to lose one territory up there. Probably going to lose more than one, actually. Alright. Well, let's go start hugging the board a little bit here. Those two move around. They still got more than half health. Will be half thing, so that'll be fine. Let's go and build a mid-tank here, because they don't have anything artillery-wise in range. And an extra mid-tank would be helpful. That's just for blocking purposes, really, but I don't think it's not a brilliant little bit of blocking, in fairness. You out to there. You out to there. You out to there, and because I can, I'm going to save the money. Right. Up you go. I'm not going to waste a shot, actually. I'll just keep you in reserve and coming. You might as well go and do your thing over here. You're going to go and join, just in case they need a little extra support. You are going to head up to there and distract. Enter. Oh, he has a super banner, so he's no. So yeah, he might have not used it with one. He's going to use it with two, and that means I'm going to get a missile in the face, which I probably is. Yeah, that's going to cause me some issues. Nothing major, I don't think, but actually with movement boosts, maybe that is major. Oh boy, I'm down 2 territories, and he's got the healing back. He didn't go for the missile. I put it there as a distraction for other things, but okay. Not going for the missile is a silly plan. I'm just putting that out there now. That was silly. So I think looking at the board, I think what we're going to do is we're going to bust out those mid-tanks and try and fly out the right-hand side and get to those... Oh, god damn it. Wow. We've got a lot of defense needed here. And actually, we're in a bit of trouble. I may have to rush the board then at the back. Just because I'm getting pulverized at the moment. And while true, I now have the air support, and that is going to change the battlefield over there. And also I've got the ability to build more mid-board bombers. I think it's going to be better for me to save that money up and go for it from the other side. Because they can't attack backwards, those things, and he doesn't... Apart from that one missile unit, he doesn't have any air support back there. Okay. First off, capture the point. Second off, go for the point. See, if I'd have positioned it elsewhere, I'd have actually been able to grab that. Doesn't matter. Alright, I'll kill the missile unit off because that'll allow us to go and do some damage to his missile unit. Anyway, you can actually go and just destroy there. Infantry paratroopers done. Damage to the rocket because it's more expensive and that'll cost him more to heal. Right. Capture that point. This is a turn where I could really have done with some support going on down here. Doesn't matter, we'll advance. We shall wrap you round for counterattacks. Okay. You needed to move. So you're going to move now. Mid-tank. Bye-bye. Next up, from my central one, we're going to destroy the mid-tank, because that's the blocking piece that's preventing us from advancing any more troops up there. Our one strong artillery will do whatever it feels like, which is probably, right at the moment, not a lot. This bomber... Ooh, this bomber could have a sneak attack. Except that that's going to be when it's rocket, yeah. See, they've planned that somewhat. Alright. And then what's the range on you? Range on you is everywhere. Okay, I need to bust out in order to deal with that. So, given that side of things, let's go for this plan. So now this bomber has the first one in range, and oh darn it! I don't think it wasn't that big. Oh well, that's fine. I've wasted that one as well. Then I've made so many poor decisions this game. What's one more wounded bomber? Okay. So with that done... With that done, advance the blocking pieces, I guess. Yeah, but I've got nothing else I can really do I? If I went counter and tried... Well, this is going to seem like a waste, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go kill the mid-tank. I was tempted to kill the infantry and just try and break out the mid-tank somewhat, but that'll be fine. Right. In fact, that would actually block the... Yep, I like this move. The reason I like this move is because it actually allows me to keep some units alive. So here comes another mid-tank, and here comes an actual... not a lot. Mech unit, I think. Nah, can't do a lot there. Alright, I'm just gonna then do minimal damage to this mid-tank, because why not? Nah. Okay. So that's everything pretty much moved that I want to, that I care about moving, so with that said... I can't believe I moved that bomber into range there. It was... See, this one's enough. This one will get there. And between the wounded one and that'll be the first one down. Though, of course... Actually, no, it might be okay. As where you move that. Thank you. And they ran out of money this turn. Yep, that loses it down by... only by 3. I thought it was 5, but that's okay. 3 I can live with. Oh no, we've lost a single artillery. What will we do? I imagine the artillery on there is actually gonna die this turn. But it's fine. It's done its purpose. I'm just holding off things for a little bit. Now, just a case of how much more damage are we going to have to take to do this. But I think bomber on the outside is definitely a plan from now on. And if I'd have thought about it, I'd have planned that from the start. Just go Sensei and bombers. That's why that group's up there. Definitely why that group's up there. And on the plus side, with most of our bombers still intact, we're actually not doing a bad job here. Okay, superpower. I think superpower says that we check if anybody's on a building. They are. Move you off. Because at the very worst, I can just fuse people for money, which is Sensei's usual trick. Superpower time. This will unfortunately trigger another adder turn, but he's got less stuff to worry me now. Okay. 80,000 then. Now, did he build an anti-air? No, he got a tank, actually. There's the first bit, and as you see, we now got some fuel warnings coming up. But that's fine, they're both in range for the next set of things, so huzzah. Could start capturing this city, but I don't actually need to. So actually, I'm going to go and kill the mid-tank off. Far better for me to kill things than to just, you know... yeah, if I can deal with that tank without using my my bomber, that would be helpful. And if I can use my APC to give it some more fuel, that would be even more helpful. I have no idea why you're going that way anymore, really, but still. We started, so we might as well go on. See, I would love to move into range of you. I think from there you are in range. Okay, mid-tank goes and wipes you down to 1. Bomber moves to there, and that is another one that can actually attack the mini cannons should it become necessary next turn. Mid-tanks attack. Mid-tank attacks mid-tank. Mid-tank wins. And because I think that's still the strongest thing remaining, you can't. Yeah, need this to happen first. Okay, it's done. Wipe you out. So many darn units. Wipe you out as well, because why not? Yeah, Adder's almost certainly got his superpower back in 1 turn. This is what Adder does. Right, infantry advance. Infantry out of the way. Merge you up. Merge you up. So we get nearly 3,000 back for each time we do that. You know what, this would have been helpful if I'd have thought about this a little earlier. Still, that's probably the only relevant place I can put that now. Meanwhile, I'm going to capture there. You can merge up, which is the awesome little side effect of actually causing them to not only give money, but to reload. And that means I've got enough money to buy another bomber. Speaking of, you lot might as well start blowing things up for fun and profit. And that is nearly out of units. I mean, his frontline forces really come down to 2 mechs and 2 mechs of infantry and that mid-tank. His back forces are being a bit battered, and now they're not even really relevant to bomber threats anymore. It's all about getting that power boost, I think. APC goes because APC goes. How much have you got left? 1 shot, 53 ammo. See, this is workable. I just don't know what else I can really do at this point. Right. I think all that remains then is buy another bomber. And from here, buy a mech unit. And from here, leave it for next turn. We only got a step 1 ability from that. And I would imagine he's in a bit of a pickle from here. 2 strong mech dies, we're accepting that. Not much I can do there. Okay, versus a citied up and power boosted mech unit, you lose 2. Infantry attacks, so at most I'll lose 1. It'll go down back up to 8 at the start of my turn. Awesome. 3 strong infantry attacks, a flying thing. Nothing happens. Now mech unit is actually more important for sort of blocking at this stage. And all of the heals. Okay. So to start with them. Shot 1. 95. Shot 2, 95. And shot 3. I'm about to say, unless you can actually wipe that out. Nah. And you're... If I'd have positioned you 1 over there, you'd have been able to do something about it, but it doesn't matter. Between those 3 and the fact he's not built anything, that is a game-winning move. Helicopter wipes out mid-tank. This now is all about point scoring, so just dealing with whatever I can feel like dealing with, really. You'll be worth slightly more points. Nine strong mech could easily deal with this, and should easily deal with this. Out of interest, do I have any more missiles left I can fire? I actually do have a missile left I can fire. But really, the only thing I can think to do with it is do something that looks a little like this. So that missile unit is now absolutely redundant to anything. As it was anyway, in fairness. That runs away. You kill that. And I may have a 2... Yeah, in fact, he will have a 2 movement boost, but he doesn't really have anything else he can really use it with. Five, 6. Infantry comes along and kills you. Now he only has basic infantry left, so I'm going to go up and actually hurt you. 84. Yeah. All the bombers came through, and that was effectively game from that point, but still. I do like this mission in a lot of ways, actually. It's not... It is easy, but it's not... It doesn't appear it at all. And clearly, by the fact that I didn't realise an easy trick and haven't actually been able to utilise that trick... Yeah, in fact, I've not needed it. I busted through quickly enough, so... Still, grab the buildings, because why not? We'll merge another couple of units for additional cash, but I don't really need to. You lot aren't moving, so I might as well just blow you up. Down to 5, and furtherly down to nothing. You've been really, really helpful throughout this entire battle, you have. In fact, you might even... No, you're not even going to get into the battle in time. And my only remaining mid-tank, I'm just going to move up and blast the APC. I think I'm in the range of a rocket, but that's missile rather. That's fine though, because... Oh, actually, no, I haven't. He's only got 1 left anyway. Day 8. Add a double move. No, 2 plus 2 move. Best move you can come up with. infantry on infantry. And he barely counts as winning it. Okay, that will be gained then. Let's just go and rack up some more points though, by doing that. I mean, I don't think we're really hurting for power points, but you know, might as well go for things. And from the variance, it takes down to 1. Yeah, I need 2 of my bombers to really hit it. A few of them have some hit point issues, but that should be fine for 1. Oh, actually, it wiped it out. Our minicannons have been destroyed? All of them? There's been some sort of mistake. Under these conditions, there's no way we should have lost. Now listen here, Ada. You should really try hard to avoid making me angry. What? What did you do? I'm an old man. I'm not looking for a fight. I want nothing more than to relax and bake my bones in the sun. So I'm warning you. Stop now while you can. If not, I don't think I'll be able to restrain myself. Wow, you should have left in a hurry. Vintage Sensei, well done. Very well done indeed.
Mission complete.
And let's see, do we get the all-important S rank? We actually got a perfect score for that. It didn't feel it, but then I suppose it has an allowance for just you losing a lot of things. Time for a nap. Quite so, Sensei. Quite so. Bit of a long video, this one, but I think they're only going to get longer from now on. As we next go into the Yellow Comet final battle. Can I see the map, actually? So it's one where we will have support from the Orange Star, rather. So, yeah, as you can see there, mostly a naval battle. Something still to go then, I guess. I'm going to say until next time then.